Helped if I pressed the right one there. Hello! Hello everyone. Good afternoon. How are we all today? Yes, hello Scientologist, hello Big Ginge. Nice to see you here again. Thank you very much Pika Pies for the follow. Thank you very, very much. It's a shame that you didn't follow when I had it up because you missed the alert, which is Macho Man Randy Savage saying that he is the cream of the crop. I know you would appreciate that. But thank you very, very much for the follow. You're not bad. Good, I'm glad to hear it. I've pretty much just woke up. I woke up this morning and I was fucking still absolutely shattered. So I went back to sleep. And I woke up at 2. I had to rush around to get showered and stuff, and get ready for yous. Make my coffee, make my water and everything. You know, professional streaming that, you know. As you can see, I've done my best with Broken Sword to try and make it look a little bit prettier for yous. Can't get the subtitles any bigger, unfortunately. I tried changing the resolution and it just wasn't having it, so unfortunately the subtitles are going to be a little bit small. But I mean, at least it looks nice. You've got Paris in the background, so that's nice. That's to do with Broken Sword. Scientologist, you didn't get up to almost midday yesterday. I felt like a total write-off. But see, I feel fine now. Like, I just needed that wee bit of extra sleep. But the thing is, that'll be me up to like 2 o'clock in the morning now, so, which I usually am up to that time. Hello, Cowboy Swaggins. What a weird thing though. Fuck subtitles. I know, like, for a game in a genre which you always have subtitles on the screen and stuff, and usually they're colour coded to who is speaking and stuff, to have really, really shite subtitles is like really, really weird. It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. It's daft. Absolutely daft. But before we fire into the game, so last stream we had the displeasure of playing Angelo and Demon. I got a refund for it. It's fine. I got my money back, so I'm happy. And I told them that their game was shite. So, but I was getting messages throughout the stream, and it was from a group chat that I've got with Cowboy Swaggins and his good lady Big Ginge and my good lady, and basically essentially they're just taking an absolute piss out of me for the whole tomatoes thing. So just to let you see what they were doing, this is what he made. There you go. So it seems like taking a piss out of me for mispronouncing tomatoes. The fucking mispronouncing tomatoes as tomatoes is it's gonna constantly haunt the stream. So that's what he was up to. Your paint skills, man, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So there you go. So let's play some fucking Broken Sword. But before I click, would it be continue or restore game? Surely they're the same sort of thing. Imagine it's continue. Tell me, what did you have for your lunch? I had the same. I had soup with a cheese toastie with peri peri mayonnaise in it, which was fucking ripping. Some crisps, some leftover spring rolls from last night from the Chinese that we got, some leftover salt and chili chips, and I had a wee orange as well. So actually it was a ripping lunch for me. Maybe that's why I went back to sleep, because it was just such a big fucking lunch. But it was very, very good. It was very, very nice. So the last time that we were here, we spent absolutely ages.
I had decrypted the note. It read,
Decrypting this note.
Full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X. I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer murders. I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't?
So yeah, so we decoded that message, which, as you've seen there, is about the costume killer going around and picking off 2 people, and then the costume killer went and picked off the French guy, the French mayor. I don't know if he was a mayor. I can't mind. But yeah, he got picked off as well. So that's 3 people that the costume killer's got to. But it seems that these motherfuckers are fascists, because this is a big fascist meeting place. These are all big fascist flags, hence the name of the stream today, which is Bash a Fash. Bash, Bash a Fash, Bash. If you know your Edinburgh punk, you'll know what that song is. Right, so we had that. That was us, so I don't really know where we're going from here. Scientologist, you had a sandwich, a packet of crisps, more banana bread, standard. It's fucking sounds good to me, man. Sounds absolutely ripping. Right.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
So yeah, we couldn't interact with that, I think. See what script is with it again.
That wasn't going to help. A door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it.
So there's got to be a way to unlock that. Let's have a wee look around the room, just in case I've missed anything. But
the flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia, a message of hate.
Fuck the fash. Calbo, you're having some super nudes. Nice, what flavour? I remember back when I was like 18, 19, I had a big thing with super noodles, and I'd always like fire like jalapenos into it when I was cooking it and stuff, like adding like loads of stuff to make them like really, really good. Very, very good. My son Oof Stewart is here. Hello son. Hope you're doing well. You had a bagel for your lunch. It's very, very nice. Oh, and you had a banana milkshake. Oh, a wee bit of chow mein. Kitsune with the host. Thank you very much, Kitsune. Hello, how are you? Thank you very much for coming along, and thank you very much for the host. Hope you're well. Hope your streams are doing very well as well. I need to come along and check them out at some point. And hello, Robert. Fucking, I keep on calling you Robert. Robot Cooper. Hello. There's Final Fantasy 7 noodles. They taste like Mako. Pretty good. The live stream keeps you going.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia,
okay.
a message of hate.
Okay, so that was that. That's just going to be talking about the flags. Ooh! Aha, so there could be something hidden here.
Don't you just hate it when that happens? A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media himself, Carchon doing the suppressing. The photograph was not just powerful evidence. It was also my ticket to one explosive story. I had enough for a story. An amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Carchon's to pieces. I needed to get home fast and start typing.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Nico, it's Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's important.
Oofed.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Fuck him.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Listen up, Nicole, and listen good. Pierre Carchon had a lot of friends. Powerful friends. For your own sake.
Forget what happened.
You got it. End of conversation. Good night.
Bastard. He's probably a
This should
fashion.
have been my big break, but I knew there was nowhere else to sell this story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody would.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Mademoiselle Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Alain Court. I shall be wearing a grey overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
You can't tell me what to...
Tomorrow at 8. I'll be waiting.
There you go.
People complain about newspaper articles all the time, but not usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard, could I trust him? Should I meet him or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
I like to think that Plantard would still... He's actually at home with all his incognito gear on.
I'd only been in
Big hat
Paris for a
stuff.
week, but already I'd fallen in love with the city. My latest discovery was a little cafe, La Chandelle Verte.
Right, this is where
I
the
was pretty
original
sure
one
the
starts.
waitress was taking a shine to me. That old Stobbart charm, I guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
Fucking clowns, man. Can't you trust them? And there you go. That's how the original one starts. Big bombing, like right into it. So good.
As I picked myself up, I was really angry. 1 minute, I'm on vacation. The next minute, some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was going to do. I was going to find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters. Justice is up there with liberty. And equality. And, fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and the money, of course.
So good. And then this is George Stobbart, who is like the main character for the Broken Sword games. And I can go and talk to chat now. But yeah, Kitsune, yeah, thank you very much. Gotta love hosting the Scottish streamers in Scotland. Scientology saying, can you not tag your stream as Scottish? So I think you can only do is basically like in the title, just put in like Scottish. So when you search, it'll come up. I might need to do that at some point in the future. Where's our elephant? We can't find out where our elephant is, and we couldn't even open up that thing. It's just kind of been forgotten about. Inspector Hippo, my man. How's it going, dude? how was the rest of your stream last night? Thank you very much for coming along. And there you go, why is he wearing his coat and hat? Yeah, he's wearing all his incognito gear inside the house. Must have been cold. Ah, big nostalgia feels. Oh yeah, totally. This is like proper nostalgia for me. Like, I was a wee boy when I first played this, and I probably can't remember anything. Like, I actually legit do not remember the story at all, which is good. I feel like I'm playing it for the first time again. But yeah, broken sword. But what I'll say is, give a wee shout out to Inspector Hippo. Last night he gave me a wee shout out on his stream and everything. It was really, really nice. So I'll return the favour. Definitely go and give Inspector Hippo a wee shout out. A wee check. If you click on his name, you'll be able to go and then follow his page from there. Definitely do it. Good boy. Right, what do we have?
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize...
Okay.
The leading article referred to the visit of...
Okay. I guess, is that just that whole
The
page?
column was devoted
No.
exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345.
Do I have a pen and paper up here? My wife just came up and gave me a sticky, some sticky notes. I just need to find a pen. Do you have a pen? Because this is, I'm pretty sure with Broken Sword you do have to write things down. I just want to keep myself safe. Oh. Just bear with us a second while we try and get a pen.
The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
Arigato. There you go. Also, you can tell like what's been like recorded, like originally recorded, because it doesn't sound as great compared to like the newer lines that Nico was saying at the start of the game for the director's cut. So we have Saladin. There we go. Write that down. I'm pretty sure that's something to do with a phone number, from what I remember.
The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in
Hello,
cold
cake.
blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
He oozed confidence. Right. I think that is everything from that newspaper. We'll keep a HUD on it. And I love how this boy is just still just working away even though there's been been a bombing.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Let's go into the bistro.
The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
I remember liking that as a child, his past being described as a blank page. To something like that, it was just like, oh, that's a cool wee saying.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobbart, ma'am.
Man,
You
so
look like
echoey.
you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Right. I think for the whole playthrough, we'll do Nico as like devil options, and we'll do George as good options because he is a good boy. But yeah, you don't have perfect memory of this. But yeah, that's what I was trying to think. There's like, I'm pretty sure there's certain lines in this which like there's like total like unlock something in my brain. Go, oh, I remember that. Some are clever, some very silly. Yeah, I think that's what's really good about Broken Sword games. There's like a good bit of comedy into them, and then really good, just proper serious shit in them.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a teat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
Oofed. There you go, hen.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
Check, please. Oh, that's her away.
Hey, wake up. She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
Oh, George. So, that's her away. Too much brandy.
I'd hoped the fact that the mirror was already broken meant I'd escaped the bad luck. The mirror had smashed into 1,000 pieces. Bad luck for someone. Poor guy.
So, dead man.
He was pretty mashed up.
It's turned into a big bowl of mashed potato. Nothing else I can interact with here?
He was pretty mashed up.
He's pretty mashed up. Oh wait, we've got this notebook here. Does that say anything about the Saladin? No. So, good thing I've written it down for the time being. And I think we... So nothing else I can do with the dead guy.
I checked his pockets. Nothing.
Nothing on him. So that's also your placard guy who's going to meet up with Nico. But that's him away. Looks like the costume killer got to him. Let's take a mosey over here. That text. I want the text was like he's pretty mashed up. He did the monster mash and now that's him having a big sleep.
The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Fucked
I
it.
guess the clown hadn't escaped over the rooftops.
George, you're just so strong. You're such a
I
strong
decided
boy.
I'd had enough of messing with that drain pipe.
Alright, cool. It's not coming off.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
The sewers.
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Things are definitely starting to flood back to me. I can tell you that for free.
There was nothing of interest.
Absolute hee-haw in there. Man, size of that cat, it's massive. Also, I knew that was going to happen. I remember that. If I didn't remember that, I reckon I would have actually gotten a fright from that because I'm that jumpy. Nothing else. That you can see anyway. Let's head up this way, talk to the boy that's working.
Please,
Holy
hold
fuck.
it right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
Fucking Bo. What a
And
guy.
maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobbart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobbart?
Paris?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
We
Yes,
did.
I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
We seen a clown.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder? Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Here is Nico Collard. The voice acting in this is fucking great. It's so good. Let's see what Nico's
Excuse
up
me,
to.
mademoiselle? Hi. My name's George Stobbart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation in Paris. Some vacation, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb
Poor
exploded.
George.
You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nico Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account, minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
Right, let's go straight into clown chat. Also, I like how the detectives, or whatever they are, the cops, like, taking a woman who's like pretty much half dead, like kind of like taking her advice over, like her account for things over mine. What's that about, eh?
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Shot it down, George. Shot it down.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy is weird.
Yeah.
Because he's American. I suppose. They gotta stick to non-foreigners, aren't they? You're uncomfortable with the way they're standing. Yeah, it's funny. It's like George is kind of more facing towards Mo, and she's just staring down towards that alleyway down the back there. It's an old game, right? It's an old game. Maybe they're practicing social distancing. You never know.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
It may have belonged to Plantard.
So, he had a taste for sensationalist smut with right-wing bias. That doesn't tell us much.
There's something written in it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to say it sounds a lot better than what I thought, with it being something to do with a phone number.
That's what I thought, but the name of the meeting isn't given.
Well, so what? I'm not the least bit interested in horse racing, are you?
No, but it could be a clue to the killer's next move.
Do you think his next victim will be the jockey? Or the horse?
She looked at me with a playful twinkle in her eye. Okay, it's a long shot. Look, the inspector gave me his card.
I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Oh. Maybe she has a hots for him. Can we follow up with stuff? Because they're not kind of blanked out.
How did Plantard get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
He must have done.
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
Yes, squad, we've got our phone number. She says it's for business, but George thinks otherwise. Let's talk to our boy Mo, because he's definitely a wee comedy character.
Sergeant Moo?
Ah,
Moo?
Monsieur Stobbart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantard.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Oh, aye.
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so. Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
There you go, folks. You heard it right then and there.
See you later, Sergeant.
Alrighty. Let's head back up there. We don't have them pointing guns at us anymore.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
Nah, it was a
What
misunderstanding.
voice.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Fucking, like, I actually remember this boy now.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Care beat. I could have knocked his block off.
I love this, like, little tufty hair he's got on his forehead. It's like he's grown a wee horn. This gentleman has a rude line that I'll never forget. Big thing for me as a kid was a friend and I doing impressions of these characters. Yeah, I think I remember doing impressions of this guy. The bit where he was talking about pointing the guns and going like, "He put the gun at you and cack." That really kind of rings home to me, sort of thing.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
So good. The character who sells kebabs was my favourite. Can't really remember that. I'm assuming that's when you go to Syria. The only thing I really remember about Syria is the wee kid who keeps on saying Toodle Peep. Shaving in the hair, javelin to press all your mates. He's going to go about and do some jousting with his head. John T. Morton, thank you very much for coming along. How's it going, pal? Amazing, this guy taught me how to swear in French when I was like 9. I'm glad that like lots of people are like, this is like bringing back a lot of memories, like for when they first played it when they were a kid and stuff. But like, see this guy, like, I don't know if any of you have like seen the old like Super Mario Bros. TV show, like the live action one. He sounds a lot like the guy who plays Mario on it, and I'm only basing this off the outro music where he teaches you how to do the Mario, which the Mario, if you don't know, like look it up. The Mario essentially is a dance, and the lyrics is like, swing your arms from side to side, come on, let's go, let's do the Mario, take one step, and then again, come on, let's go, let's do the Mario. And it's like, so he's telling you to swing your arms from side to side, take one step and then again. That's not dancing, that's walking. He's teaching you how to walk. Bullshit. And also, towards the end of the clip, he does like a fucking big pose, and he trips. He legit loses his balance, and they've just kept it in. It's amazing. So, that's your jobs. get YouTube up and have a wee look at that. So it's like the Mario Bros show outro. It's well good. You know what I'm talking about, Scientologist? It's amazing. So good.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
I love this guy so much. John, you know what it is. You gotta watch it now. It's great.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Can I just keep on bothering him about the clown?
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Well, we know where his priorities lie. This game loves saying ACAB. It really does. Do you think Big Charles is like a big advocate for telling the police force to go and fuck themselves and stuff?
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money
Say
on
what?
that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
I love how dedicated to work this boy was, and now he's just like, I can't what, fuck it. Take all my tools. That's him away. Yeah, so was the line about obviously the women's breasts, was it? What a game.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Hello, Nico
Okay.
Collard.
Hello? It's George.
Oh, hi.
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
See you.
What's your favourite scary movie? Right, okay, we've got the manhole cover remover.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked.
Off down to the bookie as well, lad. Spend all his money. Right, okay. So, let's go over to the manhole cover. love how he just kept that inside his jacket. And he's like, his little green jacket. There he is.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Maybe because it is an entrance to a sewer. Champagne buttercocks. To the Mario. Oh, righty then.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
It's a
It was
clown's
the
nose.
clown's red nose.
It's funny because Guy was saying George Stobbart pants. The pants that hold absolutely everything. It's like Mary Poppins' bag. Also, like that, that emo of Guy, like the pure, like smooth boy Guy. I don't know why, but it absolutely terrifies me. It's just too smooth, too smooth.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Stick it in a pan and fry it. You'd be good to go, mate.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
So we got clown's nose.
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words La Risée du Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose, part of a clown's costume. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
It's creepy. No surface tension. Just a ripping good swimmer, that boy. Oh, who's this lad?
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat.
Good facial hair though.
I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Social distancing.
Keep your distance, monsieur.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I don't know what that is supposed to be. But we were looking for a clown, so.
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
It's got you there, son. They're actually characters you've not met in that pic. Are they really? So is that a mistake putting them in there, or is it foreshadowing? Let's continue asking about the clown.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type. Just like you.
I'm not a criminal. I think they're just being used as criminals or something generic. Ah, okay.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ha! That's what you say.
She isn't safe for all you old folk fucking lusting after her. I guess it looks a bit like them. Alright, okay.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
Plantar.
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! Huh? You need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Get yourself a good pair of docks. Maybe you're good to go.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
You can tell me about these things.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Okay.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You are up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck.
Up to your neck and shite.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Your card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Right, okay, so he now thinks we're an inspector. Even though the name's very French and we're not very French. But him saying like him he fought in Africa back in the day, so it could be that he was a part of the baddies. That we found that picture earlier. So let's go back and start asking him about these questions, since he thinks that we're a police officer.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no! He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Fucking what? What? He gets her to cut his toenails. Is that like a saying? Or is he like being like legit? He like walks about into like the cafe, gets himself a wee coffee, and he's like, "Oh hen, gonna cut my toenails." Not into that. Not into that at all.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Oh well, that's that then.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That
Like a
belonged
baby.
to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
A big fleshlight.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
I'll empty my nostrils into you, mate.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
I'm going to ask him about the nose again, because I know it's got like, well, you said it's got like the name of the shop where it came from. No, you can't, okay. Fair enough.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Why would you, like, grab a jacket and be like, oh, that jacket's fucked. I better go and repair it now. You just leave it.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
No
Looks
way.
like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
What a
You're
shagger.
kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Good part of that.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
So the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
Again, the audio levels there, there's like, oh, here's George going to talk about something, and the music is like big booming, comes right in. I think they would have fixed that with the director's cut. So many great quips. Yeah, the dialogue in this game is really, really good. Gives a lot of personality to all the different characters around it. Let's just update Nico first.
Hello, Nico Collard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
All
Fine.
right.
Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
Nicole's flat's really nice as well.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Her flat is so big. It is. Nice big windows and stuff as well. Don't know why, but I had to say that. She's got a really, really nice flat. Although I guess it'd be a few rooms if your bed was in the front room. Yeah, I suppose. It might... She might just have it as just like, it's just one big room. What you don't see is like maybe there's like a toilet in the corner or something like that. Maybe kitchen. Right, okay. Robot, earlier you asked, where's the elephant? She's still got the elephant. She's still got it.
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
But do you shag the teddies? That's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, just like a legit, just like a set the table sort of thing. She said that she had a match in one. You think you can see the other side of the flat in 3? Oh right, sorry, I didn't understand what you're saying there. I think I played a bit of 3. I didn't get all the way through it. Was 3 like it wasn't a point and click? They made it 3D, didn't they? And I remember going right off it because I was like, oh, it's not a point and click game. This is like a wee young Aaron. Just not being right into it.
You have no messages.
It's a terrifying, it has a terrifying voice for a voice recorder.
You have no messages.
Yeah, it was 3D, but it basically was a point and click, just without the actual pointing and clicking. That's what I enjoy the most. Pointing and clicking.
It was a photograph of my father.
Shada.
The first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Get some tunes on. There you go, some tunes. Very dramatic tunes.
No, I'm not giving up.
Nice. Come on, everyone, get your lighters out, wave them in the air.
I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving up.
Like Grim Fandango or Escape from Monkey Island. Yeah, I really liked Escape from Monkey Island as well, and Grim Fandango.
If we work at it, we'll make it through the rain. I know sometimes you feel like letting go, but I won't ever let that happen. No, 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 no. I am here by your side.
The box was carved by my father. Never had a key. The elephant on the lid was the perfect match to crush on.
Right, hold on. I need to come out of that because I can barely hear what she's saying because the tunes are so loud. Right. Please tell me I can turn it off. Alright, cool. The volume levels are fucked. I hope you can still hear me. Oh, I just put a different track on. I went off. Oh my fucking god. Oh, come on. How long is a CD? Oh, that's funky. That's funky. Oh my god, you legit cannot turn it off. Right, okay, let's go into settings. Right. We'll just have no music for the time being. Fucking hell. Why would they not have an off button? Right, what was she saying about the elephant case?
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
The whole reason the director's cut was made was to get that album published. It wouldn't surprise me if there's something like that is involved with the development of this.
The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Cochon's.
No? Guess not. Thought she would say something about it.
The box was one of the elephant.
No. Apparently not. Okay. Anything else of interest in here? No. That's a teddy bear. There's really nothing else we can do. Do we just need to phone up George and be like, "Oh, what's the script?"
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Probably not. Maybe you have to sit down first. And just this will be animation, and there we go. And then she stands up. Alright, okay.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
So, oh, the exit. Alright. Right, okay, let's go into options and turn music back on. I just can't remember where it was. Imagine it was about halfway or something like that. Also, I'm just going to nip to the toilet. It's break time, baby. So get yourselves a wee beverage, a wee snack, and we'll be back very, very soon. Hello. And we're back. So let's see what this woman's got to say.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
Dang.
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine. Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Need to go and crack some skulls. Also, I think the music was too loud. We'll take it from there. Can we go this way? Damn, she walks slow. Apparently not. Cool. Paris. Is there any need to go back to the cafe? I suppose we go to the new place. Oh wait, that's where we're from. Ah, okay. Any reason to go to Carshon residence?
Please do not finger the wires. They are high-tension titanium-coated wires, especially imported from Birmingham, in England.
This guy was either into
Birmingham.
art or wire, or both.
If they were to become freed, this superb piece of kinetic engineering would topple and fall. At the same time, the force of the recoil would take your eye out.
His his little portrait there looked like he'd taken some really like mad drugs. He didn't look like he was having a good time.
I would be obliged if you did not touch the art, mademoiselle.
I just want to touch the art. Right, let's have a wee chin mag with him.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Look at
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I am guarding the scene of a terrible and heinous crime.
Yeah, this statue. Tell me about it.
Au contraire, mademoiselle. This statue is a pure and visionary statement, a comment upon man's self-imposed isolation within a debased societal framework.
Not a crime, then.
The only crime you will find here is the murder of the great Monsieur Carchon.
No. How dramatic.
I know. Here in this very building, no less. It is top secret, but according to Carchon's wife, the killer was dressed as a mime. Police believe there was an accomplice, a young female journalist. Even as we speak, she is being hotly pursued up and down the land. No stone is being left
I
unturned.
wonder who that
Good
is.
place to look for a journalist, officer.
We police are no fools.
Evidently.
Touch my art.
How was Monsieur Cachon killed?
He was shot in cold blood with a gun.
Why was he dressed as a mime?
I have my own theory. Either he was mad,
Or
or he was a real mime, trying to throw us all off the scent by cunningly not wearing a disguise.
how long have you been in the police force?
All my life, mademoiselle.
It shows.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You must be quite an aficionado of modern art.
Au contraire, I adore it. In fact, I dabble myself.
Oh, really? I used to dabble myself, but I managed to quit in the end.
You said dab. Doing sick dabs on peeps.
Why would a mime kill Monsieur Cachon?
He was a hired killer, I expect. Everybody knows mimes don't leave prints.
Very good.
Monsieur?
Mademoiselle?
No.
No. Suppose never really to show him. Show him the elephant Eli's heart.
What do you think of my elephant?
A poor piece, to be honest. Derivative. Crude. Forget about it.
Well, fuck you then.
Oh, really? I was just wondering where I should stick it.
Yeah.
Somewhere that doesn't get much light?
That's just what I was thinking.
If he was a real mime, he wouldn't have an actual gun. Exactly. He would just have finger guns. I guess we're done with this guy. How do we exit a conversation? Can we not exit a conversation? Do we have to exhaust everything again? Surely not.
What do you think of this boat ticket?
Mademoiselle, if you think taking me on a boat trip down the Seine is going to get me into bed with you, then you are mistaken. I have been trained to resist women offering boat tickets, and men too. We are up to date on gender issues, you know.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
Ever see symbols like these?
Only at the bottom of a bottle, mademoiselle. Ha! You see what I did there? I always find a little humor breaks the ice at a crime scene. Don't you agree?
What are you on about, mate?
How would you like a nice hair clip like this?
I must warn you, mademoiselle, that I have been trained to resist such improper advances.
I love how he just thinks that everyone's like out to shag him. It's pretty good.
What do you think of this pretty cloth?
Wait a minute. What is this? I have seen this before, but where? Of course! Now I remember. At my dear grandmama's. Bless her little dressing table.
Grandmama's. Surely there must be an exit button somewhere.
I knew better than to show him a safe key.
Can't see why I need to show him all these things.
Take a look at the shell case.
My God! This must be from the gun that killed him.
Are you sure? I think it is from an army field gun.
Ah, yes, of course. The size, that's the giveaway, isn't it?
No.
No. Andrew Raspiel, hiya, hello. How are you today? Do you just like click outside the options? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it's
I'd be crazy to show him the paper with the code.
not doing anything. I think I need to exhaust everything again, which is strange.
Ever seen one of these?
Not since I was a boy. My father taught me how to whittle using a metal cylinder like that.
I bet that kept you quiet.
Indeed it did. I never talked to him again. He died before I finished.
Fucking whittle this, mate.
How was Monsieur Cachon killed?
He was shot.
Right, we
Why
know
was he-
that.
I have my...
Oh,
Oh,
how long?
all my life.
It shows.
Thank you.
Maybe did you just press escape? No. Escape doesn't do anything. So
You must
you
be
do.
quite...
Au contraire.
Okay.
Sure.
Why
Man,
would
there must be
he-
another way of getting out of the conversations than that.
The smashed window hadn't been repaired yet. There was just a sheet of flimsy plastic over it.
Don't have anything really to do there. Let's go to the cafe.
The door was locked.
It is locked. Holy fuck, it's Super Mario! What's he up to?
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story.
Pensioner Mario. I thought for a second that was going to be the same guy who was digging up there because of his unicorn horn there. I was like, holy fuck, it is actually Mario. It even speaks like Mario from the live action show and stuff. Disappointed. But that's Mario there, because he had the tash.
Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after
Touch
each
'em.
other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
Fucking hell, they're brothers. So that's Mario, and the other boy was Luigi. Big old pensioner Mario.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
There you go, Shagger. You're looking good.
Hello?
Yes?
I wonder if there's anything you need to do with that.
Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
Probably has no interest in any of these items.
I need to take some more pictures.
Of course. My pleasure.
Just give me a moment.
Okay.
There was nothing I could do. The workmen had everything under control. The police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
Maybe I needed him to stop boarding up the place so I can get in or something like that. I don't know. It seems like you need to do something with it though. That's where your boy was lying, and he was mashed.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes. From this angle, I could...
Behind the pipes? Oh, right, okay.
Behind the table were some damaged pipes.
I was like, what fucking pipes in the mirror?
Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track.
We're getting there, baby.
On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items. A strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Oh no, don't say we have to...
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Oh no. I think it'll be the same symbols. Here we go. Here's the rest of the stream is going to be it's going to be solving this. Yeah, to crack the code we need to do that. Blah 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 blah. Right. Okay. Here we go. Can we look at the other one?
I had decrypted the note. It read,
no, it
here,
just says what it reads.
Full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X. I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer murders. I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't?
You know some of the logic now. Look for vowels, double letters. That makes sense. Yeah. Pierre as a second word. Yeah, we'll have a wee look. Also, just worth mentioning, some of my friends were messaging me there and stuff. We note to, if you have a Switch, is to get your two-step authentication put onto it. A pal of mine, his Switch was his Nintendo account was hacked yesterday, like last night, and whoever hacked it bought like £160 worth of vouchers. So, definitely get your two-step. Come on, two-step. Come on, two-step. Get your two-step put onto it, just to be safe, because it's folk are definitely getting hacked. They're buying V-Bucks, I hear. Like, I don't know if that's a joke, or if it is like they are actually buying V-Bucks. Like, do people still play Fortnite? I suppose you probably can go into Twitch and it'll be like the #1 thing streamed to about 1 billion people doing it as well. Right.
Another coded message using...
We need to figure this out. Either way, I believe it's not a joke. Ugh. I'll get a wee update from him because he got in touch with Nintendo and they're looking into it and stuff. And he's also got in touch with the bank about it and they're also looking into it as well. But that's wild though. You gotta protect your stuff, you gotta get your 2 steps put onto it. Pierre is the second word. Yeah, I think so, definitely. So R and these O's. P is that. E. No, I. Sorry, I is not that kind of N looking one. That one. E is that one. So that should help us out quite a wee bit. Or is it? It's these ones here. It's two letter word with ending in E. That's the only thing that's throwing me off. They're 4 2-letter words, ending with the same symbol. Oh yeah, we be me. Fucking hell. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. I was like thinking like, I was thinking like off, and, to. Thinking them, I didn't even think of like me's and stuff. Fucking hell, man. I'm daft as fuck it sometimes. Right, we'll try M for this one. Where's the symbol? There you go. No, that makes no sense. Maybe a he. No. Murderer. It's a good call. See, I really planned hard. Yeah. See, I really don't mind backseat gaming when it comes to this because it's a fucker of a puzzle that does take quite a bit of time. Right, okay. Definitely planned hard with this one. Where half the fucking thing is just try to find the symbols. So it's like an backwards E. Oh, right there, right at the end. A for the R. Looking one. N for the kind of W one. T for that fella. D for that U. That's gonna be a Q. Not a Q. It looks like a Q. It's gonna be a K for the Q. Oh, can you actually click on the message? I don't know. We'll try it. Saying the word second from the bottom right could be this fella. We'll give it a go. Oh, it can't be. We've used T already. So what we got? We got Panther, Pierre, killed. Arno and Yamada again. Oh yeah, so we got So the something trail, Arno and Yamada. So O for. It'd be good to know if it's the same cipher. That's going to be followed, isn't it? So no, you cannot click on the actual message bit. That'd be good if you could. That's going to be a W for that one. There you go. That's going to be Yamada. Y for the kind. It's like a weird kind of 5. We got M for this one. Cool, plantered, Pierre killed. Murderer. You. With this fella. Murderer. S. Must have Murderer must have followed the trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come. Damn right, he'll come. He'll come for us now. We must be vigilant.
Plantard.
Hey!
Kill.
That was
Murderer
much
must
quicker.
have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her, and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
Yeah, that was much quicker. Much quicker than the first one. Third one would be a piss. The third one I would just like look at it once and it would be just done instantly. Definitely easier once you know some of the character names. Yeah, like Robot calling out that Arno and Yamada was there as well. And getting to use like a Y used up and stuff and A's. It's quite good to get that out of the way. You're probably supposed to get Pierre earlier on than the first one. Yeah, probably actually. But no, that was good. I don't think there's anything else worthwhile grabbing there. We got this little metal thing, didn't we?
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie.
So that'll be... Yeah, so that'll be get into that safe. It was in the big fascist room. Big fascist disco hall. Fucking hell, the writing's so small. Right. I think we're done here. The Fash office.
Hey, what about my photos?
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera. Oh, I forgot. It broke.
Alors,
They should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough. And found the evidence the police had missed.
Super Mario's a fucking baddie, like. So yeah, we must have had to say to him, go and pose for these photos so then we can sneak on in. But we're just too good and just got right into it. So let's have a wee... I was going to say, did George leave this open or was it still closed? So he's obviously closed it.
There might have been clues down there, but I was relieved I didn't have a sewer key.
Yeah, your boy George went down. He got everything. Can I phone George? We'll give
I
a wee
didn't need to
go.
call anyone.
We didn't need to call anyone at all.
The strange metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch had pointed back to the quayside.
Yeah, difficult back. Yes, we get to go back to the Fash office. We need to
The
prop this
slab
up.
was too heavy for me to lift.
So prop that up, and it was that fella, and then we used that to kind of jimmy it open. Did we?
I needed a gap for leverage.
Or do we need to press this first?
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers.
Wait, no, that went into there, didn't it?
I took the stone cylinder.
It was lift that up. Fucking hell, I only did this on Tuesday. And I'm like, what did I do? So it's that. Get the old flashlight, fire it into there. And that's open. Which then means we can use our Fash key on the Fash lock.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too.
This is a bad time to put in, should just have her go straight to... Yeah, I agree. Like, you already know how to... You've already done that puzzle, so you should just be able to go right into it, but... Hey ho, it's there.
A photograph had been torn up.
We've got a wee jigsaw puzzle to do.
If I could just arrange the pieces.
We've got a jigsaw. Right, man, like, I've drank so much water and it's going, like, right through me. I need to go for another pee. Like, this is what happens when you become an old bastard like me. Is just you're constantly pissing all the time. Except from, I've constantly been pissing throughout my entire life. So, we'll be right back. And that's me back. This boy's a sieve. Honestly, like, see, like, remember, like, back in the day when you could leave the house and go out drinking? Aye, like, my ratio is like 1 to 1, 1 pint, 1 pish. it's honestly it goes it goes right through me. It's like horrendous. Might want to get that prostate checked. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I need a doctor to fire a finger right up me. Fortnite branded streamer catheter. Thing is, like, you just be able to hack someone's Nintendo account, use all their V-Bucks and buy it yourself. 1 pint equals 1 pish. That honestly, that is the ratio. Better than being known as a lad who pisses himself. I can safely say I've never pissed myself. Although that like reminds me, like I know but back in years ago, me and my pals and my wife and that, we were out drinking, and I don't know if I know quite a few years are like more like kind of Glasgow and stuff and things like that. But in Edinburgh, there's a pub called Bannerman's. So we were in Bannerman's, and I hate Bannerman's most of the time because it does absolutely just reek of pish anyway. But we were in there, and there's a boy who was like sitting on the couch, and he was like gone. He drank way too much. He was ruined. So we were like, well, we tried waking him up. He wouldn't wake up. So we just went, oh fuck it, we'll just sit next to him. Cause he was plonked like right in the middle. No, he wasn't. He was like kind of the side of the couch. He was sitting there, and we all like sat around him. We were all having like the rest of the night and stuff, and he was still just like KO'd. So someone gets like their phone, and we get a photo, like a big load of us, and like we're around like this guy who's passed out and stuff. And it wasn't until like the next day, I think either I had taken a photo or it was my wife Vixen who had taken the photo. But we're going through the photos and stuff, and there in the photo, the boy had pissed himself. So like the flash on the camera highlighted up in these jeans that there's a big massive like dark patch. So we've been sitting around this guy who's been KO'd for like the most of the night, and he's just been sitting on this leather sofa in a bar, in a pub, and the guy pissed himself. Fucking wild. So there you go. We couldn't see it because it was so dark. And I was looking back at the evidence and we found it. Well, good. Right, so if a photograph has been torn into many fragments, which must be arranged into the correct position. To move a fragment, move the mouse pointer over it. In terms of the hand, blah 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 blah. The fragment's being arranged. So this is already looking like it is the moist pointer. It's been dipped in pish. So this is definitely the other side of the photo. Oh. I was like, oh, I'll move that out of the way, so it's already up in that kind of corner. That overlaps. That doesn't make sense. Surely. Oh, Evan just like has like a clicked. It's like a grid that you can't see. Right. What do we want? That's your other corner. We'll move this up to the top. This is a side. This is another side. It's a bottom. There's your other side. So that one. It's weird how it kind of overlaps. Like it doesn't like that looks like it would fit into there, but it's obviously that one there. Then we've got that felly. Is it that felly? Yeah, it's that felly. It's not that one. It's going to be this one, and this one. And there you go. Right, we got that fits into there. That'll fit into there. So that's that. Got another top bit there. Now we just need to make up the rest of the image of these horrible people. burning down this village. I've got a funny feeling that it's going to be her dad. And that's not from what I remember or anything like that, because I can't remember any of the story of this from when I was a wee boy.
Oh my god. It can't be.
It's her dad. Your dad's a fash. You get him fucking bashed. Fucking I'll keep trying to click and drag on things and they're not working. That fits in there, right? Yeah. It's your dad. He's a baddie.
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
All the Nico
Papa,
bits are new.
oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Crachon while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it.
Fucking bastard.
I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
Also, like even that bit there was new. I suppose like getting into there, no, that was new. It's cool that they fleshed out her story, sort of thing, her backstory, her driving force behind it, getting involved. Let's get George to chat up this wifey.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Who's that guy? He looks like a fucking gnome. See ya. That's him away.
Do you know a young woman called Nico Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Landlords, am I right?
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Wow, we can really ask a lot of questions about her.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick.
Slender man.
He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with an hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
I love that George Stobbart is, you know, seen a man get murdered and all that, and he's just like straight away, he's like, right, I'm going to go and pump. I'm going to do a bit of shagging. Fucking great. Before I ask this, I'm going to ask about these items, because I feel like if I ask that, it's just going to go right out of the conversation like it did the last guy, and I had to exhaust all that before it would exit. Although, it might be a glitch actually, because none of this came up at the bottom. Surely that'll be you to just leave the conversation.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Saying that, like, see, like the tool and stuff in Broken Sword 2, there's a bit where you have to do like a puzzle with a theodolite, and that was the first time. So I was a wee boy, and it was the first time I ever heard the word theodolite and seen what that does, and it tells you what it does in it, and it's one of these things where whenever you're out and about and stuff, and there's ever like construction work happening on the street or whatever, it's where you're most likely going to see them. You'll see like builders and engineers using a theodolite, and people think they're a camera, like they're recording stuff, and people will duck underneath them, like not to get in the road of the shot. Whereas I know, because of Broken Sword 2, it's not a camera. It pings like a laser off reflectors, and it's to measure distances. There you go. You learn something new every day. Broken Sword has taught me what a theodolite is, and it's not a camera. You know, fucking about with people's shots. Broken Sword 2 and Fate of Atlantis. Oh, is there a theodolite in Fate of Atlantis as well? Games are educational, confirmed they are. Like, this is showing us what a manhole cover key looks like. There you go, you know that. You know about these flowers. You might have not known that lilies are associated with death. Now you do. When we get around to playing Broken Sword 2, you'll get the full theodolite patter. Ken, yeah, you're smart when you come here.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
You have to triangulate where something's buried. Quality. Love a wee bit of you know what? It came on with theodolite magic. Because I played Doom very young, when we did space, I knew about Mars's moons already. Nice. But you also like saying like, oh, by the way, they also have labs on the moon, and they accidentally opened up a portal to hell. And there's in history a man called the Doom guy went and kicked ass. I think most point and click games had to be educational so that they could put it in a bizarre puzzles. Yeah, probably. More than likely.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
You have a small booby, but you don't let that put you down, son.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Aww.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur.
Just like her kind of pouring her heart out there a little bit, like she might not have a future and stuff. And then George's like, we'll see you later. That's me away to do some shagging.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock. Hi.
And he teleported right into the flat.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop the story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh, no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
Aye, it does.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera.
Big fascist
I was
dad.
8, and my parents had just split up.
Probably broke up because he's a fascist.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Harvesting squirrel hair to make a big fursuit out of it. Asked to put some music on. No! No! That CD player's never getting turned on ever again. Never.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman,
Oh,
a
fuck.
penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Imagine getting killed by a massive fucking penguin. That must be terrifying.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Look at the size of it.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume. I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
It's just covered in old semen.
I found a piece of material
Clown had
near
a
the
chugged in
cafe.
the sewers.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, Joose. It's an enlargement I made.
Let's have a wee peek.
Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants.
Check those
The
breeks.
same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Tell you what, you gotta do a lot of shagging wearing those breeks.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Oh, George.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do. I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
And we teleport outside again. And this is where we will stop the stream for today. Now that we're in the costume shop. I think we made quite a good wee bit of progress there. So, let's just save it. So we don't lose everything. Yeah, didn't lose the time. Yeah, this stream went really quickly. I guess time flies when you're having fun, eh? But aye, so once again, Skeleton Unicorn is the next killer. Holy fuck, aye. I love how the skeleton's wearing gloves as well. It's like, why is the skeleton wearing gloves? He doesn't have fingerprints. If he's going to wear gloves, why not wear other stuff? So it's broken my immersion, to say the least. But that is us, no grip. Scientologists, don't be logical here. Don't give me actual answers to these things. Right, cool. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much for coming along, spending 2 hours of your afternoon with me and everyone else in the chat. We will be picking this up tomorrow. And aye, I'm in the mood to solve puzzles, obviously. That's it. I'm glad you're around because you do help out quite a bit. So yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love yous. Actually, before we go, in case some people haven't seen, I showed this at the start of the stream. So on Tuesday, there was some chat and stuff like coming up on my phone and things like that, and it was Calbo Swaggins, who was basically taking the piss out of me for the whole tomato thing. Yeah, tomato patter, and he made this. There you go. So it seems that tomato is here to stay, and it's going to be a wee joke for us. Growed tomatoes. But I'll leave that with yous, and I'll see yous tomorrow. Love yous.